California has a very long and rich Mexican heritage. After all, we did used to be a part of Mexico before it became the 31st state in the US. As such, San Franciscans have been enjoying Mexican cuisine for hundreds of years, and we've even come up with our own version of Cali-Mex fare, like the Mission burrito. Today, we're in the Mission District of San Francisco, the heart of the city's Hispanic community, and we're here to scope out some of the best authentic Mexican foods. The Mission District is the oldest neighborhood in San Francisco. The Spanish first settled here in Mission Dolores, which then became the city of San Francisco. Those original Spanish settlers then moved southward with their rancherias, and their descendants didn't come back until the 40s to this hood. During the 60s, there was a fresh wave of Latino immigration from Central America. Since 2000, gentrification by the tech workforce is now making this area super trendy, and so now the older Mexican joints are being joined by newer, hipper ones. The list I've pulled together today, which includes a combination of recommendations from food bloggers as well as from some of my friends who live in this area, include a little bit of everything. Let's go! We are heading now to El Buen Common. While El Buen Common is not technically in the Mission, I had to include it because I love their story so much. The owner, Isabel Codillo, relocated here from Mexico City to the Tenderloin, where she used to feed her single male neighbors out of her apartment with plate lunches. The owner of La Comida, an incubator that supports women-led food service ventures, convinced her to make her first foray into the restaurant business with a food stall in the Noe Valley Farmers Market. It was so popular that she was finally able to open this storefront in Bernal Heights. And this is Codillo. She's the owner of El Buen Common. Codillo mainly cooks from homemade recipes that focus on guisados, which are like meat and vegetable stews. The recommendation is to get here the guisado of the day, and if you get here Monday through Friday, you can get the comida carida, which is the set menu for 20 bucks. The list of guisado options changes daily, so it's kind of a surprise what you're going to get here from day to day, but be rest assured it's based on fresh seasonal produce. Today, what they have on offer here are the albóndigas, which are a pork meatball, or the torta de pollo, which is a shredded chicken made into like a patty and mixed with egg. My agua fresca today was hibiscus flower, nice and tart. To start, I had a hot bowl of pozole, a popular hominy soup. The chicken stock base consists of a verde sauce, onions, garlic, and lots of lime. Hominy is a dried lime corn kernel, here cooked until soft. There's also bits of shredded chicken and epazote, a Mexican herb. That's really nice. It's got a little bit of a kick, spiciness to it. The hominy is cooked just right. It's not too mushy. It's still kind of nice and firm. The little bits of onion in this are still semi-raw, which gives it a very nice contrast and crunch. There's lots of lime in this, which gives it a fantastic citrusy tang. Good to the last drop. Here's my plate lunch. The torta de pollo, Spanish rice or arroz rojo, and stewed black beans or frijoles negros. The patty has been fried, so the egg crust is crunchy and fluffy like a fried egg. This is super light. The red stew sauce on top is also really delicious. There's this bright burst of tomato and then the citrusy lime underneath. Beautiful tart flavor. You almost don't need the rice and beans, but they're so delicious. You're going to eat them anyways. The rice is super fluffy. This is paired with homemade tortillas, and also the corn masa here is made from scratch. So yummy and fresh, and it's hot off the griddle. It's got this really delicious, firm yet chewy texture to it. Overall, a fantastic meal for 20 bucks. High recommend. If you come here for a weekend brunch, the recommendation is to get the chilaquiles, which is like a softened nachos, but with huevos or eggs on top. In the Mission, on trendy Valencia Street, is Lolo, which serves Jaliscan cuisine with a California farm-to-table bent. Executive chef Jorge Martinez is originally from Jalisco, a state in the western Pacific region of Mexico. The restaurant, which is their fourth, is named after his wife, Lorena Zertucci, or Lolo, and is a reflection of her childhood growing up on a Mexican rancheria. Their menu is light with an emphasis on seafood, and the two most popular items are the taco tropical and the newer panko encrusted avocado tacos. Lolo moved to this location from a smaller shop on 22nd. Lolo, who is an artist, designed the interior with a very whimsical style, drawing upon folksy Mexican themes. The panko avocado tacos are beautiful. A flour tortilla topped with melted Oaxaca cheese, salsa, creamy habanero sauce, cilantro, a thick slice of panko crusted avocado, and an Anaheim pepper. Pile on the tasty pickled onions. The taco tropical is exotic. Chili dusted panko shrimp, corn pico de gallo, and a spicy aioli atop a thin slice of jicama. I loved the jicama shell on the tuna tropical, which made it just so fresh and vibrant. And even though the shrimp had a panko crust on it, it actually did not feel too greasy. For a vegetarian dish, the avocado tacos were actually quite filling and substantial. I think it's because the avocado itself is quite fatty, so it tastes more like a protein. Because the ingredients used in both are fairly mild, what really stands out the most is the sauce. And they do use quite a lot of it in the tacos. So if you're not a sauce person, I would ask for maybe half of what they normally put in it. Overall, pretty fresh and yummy. Probably an 8 out of 10 for me. La Palma Mexicotesin is a small deli/corner grocery store that has been open since 1953. Their deli section's quite huge and runs the typical gamut of tacos, burritos, and enchiladas. The reviews on these items is fairly mixed. Some customers love them, and some think that the food is only about average. However, what they are known for are their homemade masa and tortilla products. They have a small molino in the back where they take dried corn, put it through a process called nixtamalization, which soaks the kernels in lime solution, then grinds the softened product into masa. The masa is then made into tortillas, tamales, sopes, and more, which are then sold in-store. I've ordered the huaracha, an antojito or street food from Mexico City. Start by ordering in the back deli, pay up front, then visit the pickup counter. They're seating outside. Huaracha means shoe in Spanish, and this is shaped like one. The masa is fried and stuffed with smashed pinto beans and then covered with toppings. For the toppings, there's some cabbage, some queso fresco, which is Mexican cheese, some cilantro, and then there's a little bit of salsa on top. That's not bad. The fried masa is quite fresh. There's a thin layer of pinto bean, and I think I would have liked a little bit more in there. The queso is also really nice, quite fresh and tangy. The toppings are kind of necessary because they do give it flavor. I would, however, ask for some extra salsa on top of this. So that was interesting to try, but I'm not sure I'd make the special trip. Onwards to our next location. A trip to the Mission isn't complete without a stop at La Taqueria for lunch. This Mission-style burrito shop attained legendary status after having won the national burrito bracket in ESPN's 538 opinion poll. Before that, it was already popular here in San Francisco, being the only taqueria to be in the SF Chronicles list of top 100 restaurants in the city for 18 years running. The Mission burrito originated here in the Mission District in the 1960s and is characterized by the extra large tortilla and also the extra fillings beyond just your plain rice, cheese, and beans. La Taqueria claims to be one of the originators of the Mission burrito, as do quite a few other taquerias around here, but you be the judge. What sets their burrito apart from everyone else's is that they don't use rice, and that way you can really taste the meat inside. That first bite is awesome. Mouthful of great guacamole with that fresh avocado and definitely that salsa in there. Fresh tomatoes, fresh onions. That mouthful had a bite of pinto bean and the slice of cheese that's been pre-melted onto the tortilla, which tastes fantastic. That was a really great bite of the chicken. The recommended here, though, is to get either the carne asada or the carnitas. Although they don't make their tortillas fresh here on site, they do order them from a tortilleria, custom made because of the unusual size. And these tortillas are fantastic. It's really, really thin. So that thinness makes for a really great ratio of filling to tortilla. If you like it a little spicier, there are little bottles of salsa verde that you can just add yourself. Yum, that's nice and spicy. Even though Mexican cuisine is such a huge fixture of California culture, what I loved most about doing this food tour was discovering some new regional cuisines I had never had before. Hope you loved it as well, and we'll share in the comments below any of the killer places I might have missed, like El Farolito or Papalote. Share the wealth. Comer bien y hasta luego.